What's going on? Welcome to the video. Happy November 1st. That is crazy how it is November 1st already. I hope you can hear me all right. Please let me know down below if you jump on the video if you can hear me all right. Last time the audio was terrible, absolutely terrible, even though I had this microphone on. So please let me know if you jump on the video how the audio is. And in today's video, what I wanted to do is share with you my own personal 5-step process that I use with my clients to help them create predictable fat loss, to lose body fat, do it predictably, and also to do it in a way that makes it more of a lifestyle. So not some temporary diet or workout program that they're following or a fad diet like we've all tried before, but a real strategy and a real lifestyle that will set them up for years and decades down the road to live a fit and healthy lifestyle. So if that's what you're interested in, if that's what you're trying to do, if that's what your goals are based around losing body fat, getting leaner, building a better physique, and doing it in a way where you can sustain it as a lifestyle, then I really hope this video is helpful to you. And what you can do is compare my 5-step process that I've used over and over and over again now for years, very successfully with all sorts of different clients. You can compare that to your own process or your own program right now and see where you might be lacking some of these things, or see, maybe you're doing a lot of the same things that I do with my clients. So either way, I hope you find it helpful. And yes, I'm wearing a Ben & Jerry's hat. I'm the person who goes to Ben & Jerry's, not only buys ice cream, but buys the apparel as well. But let's dive into it. So the first step, and I've got my notes over here. If I look down, that's what I'm looking at. So the first step that I've got here that I do with clients, new clients, is to basically do an evaluation, do an audit of where they're at right now compared to where they want to be with their goals, with their physique, with their health, with their habits. And I do that in a couple ways as far as evaluating what's best for them. I do a phone call with them where I gather all this information that I could ever need as far as what their goals are, all sorts of things that they've tried in the past, what their eating habits and schedules are like, what they currently do on the workout and exercise side of things. Maybe that's nothing, maybe that's a lot already, maybe they're working out a lot. And I jot down a whole bunch of notes about, all this information I gather about them. And then after the call, I send them a food preferences questionnaire, or it's really like an individual preferences questionnaire, not just food. But what I do is I have them rate how much they like or dislike certain foods: chicken, fish, shrimp, ground turkey, ground beef, bread, pasta, rice, potatoes. They go through a whole list of foods and tell me basically how much they like or dislike these foods. And what that allows me to do is put together a set of guidelines for them on the nutrition side that are only based on foods that they actually like eating and they actually enjoy, or at least they don't dread eating. And that way I don't have to try to force anybody or convince anybody to eat a bunch of stuff that they don't want to eat and they don't like to eat in the first place. Because when we talk about making it a lifestyle and making it sustainable, that's something that's not sustainable, is trying to force somebody to eat a whole bunch of stuff that they don't like to eat and to do it for the rest of their life, right? So that's the first part about really making this sustainable, making this a lifestyle. It really comes in on the nutrition side there. In this questionnaire, I also have them list out other things about their daily routine, their schedule, their preferences, when they prefer to work out. Quincy, no. We have a bell on the wall, on the door, I should say, that Quincy hits. He rings it when he wants to go out, and I could tell he was about to hit the bell. It's very loud. I'm sure he'll do it during this video. So they tell me what time of day they prefer to work out. They tell me how many meals they prefer to eat, how much sleep they typically get, all this different information so I can start crafting the most effective and the most optimal routine for them. So that is step number one, is understanding everything I can about this person, where they're at now, where they want to be, and start brainstorming what sort of strategies are going to be best for this particular person, okay? That's where step 2 comes in, which is creating a progressive workout routine to make sure that you're consistently seeing progress, getting stronger, improving your body composition. So I put together a workout routine that's tailored for each individual. This isn't like a generic workout program that everyone's following the same thing. It's not like a workout you find on YouTube where everyone who's watching the video is doing the same exact thing. This is completely customized to this person based on everything I learned about them, based on their current fitness level. The worst thing you can do is give someone who's kind of a beginner, hasn't worked out in a long time, give them an advanced routine that is the same as someone who's been working out for 5 years in a row. It's going to make them incredibly sore. It's going to make them feel really uncomfortable, and it might even do more harm than good. It might discourage them from going to the gym again, rather than giving them confidence and help them build momentum from doing, a workout that's more at their level. So it's going to be progressive over time. It's going to adapt and get more challenging based on how strong they're getting, based on how well they're doing. Basically, for this workout routine, I tell them exactly what exercises to do, in what order. I tell them exactly how many sets to do, exactly how many reps to aim for. And the app that I use to tell them which exercises to do and what workouts to do, they can log the weight that they're using. They can log how many reps they were able to get. So the app saves their information and their data for the next time they go to work out. So it's super effective, it's super convenient, and we've seen a lot of success with that. So that is the first step, is making sure that they have a progressive workout routine in place that's totally customized for them where they are now and will adapt over the next 3, 6, 12 months. Step number 3 is to implement a lifestyle-based nutrition plan. This is where we're going to be able to create the predictable results, predictable fat loss, while still enjoying the process. Like I said before, I have them fill out a food preferences questionnaire so I can put together a set of sample meal plans for them, or guidelines that are totally customized to the things that they like to eat, but also they'll perfectly add up to the macros and the calories that I'm recommending to them. The boys are playing with their bones right now, of course, during the video, and Quincy's eating a box that he shouldn't be eating. Should have known this. I mean, this is what happens when you work from home with 2 boxers, is they're playing all day long. But the sample meal plans I put together for them are based on the foods they like, but they also perfectly add up to the total calories or macros that I'm recommending to the person, which I know if they come close to those numbers, they're going to see the best possible results that they're capable of, whether that is in losing body fat, whether that is in building muscle, or maybe doing a little bit of both and doing a body recomp type of phase where they're losing some body fat and building some muscle over time. All right. So, hey, Quince. He's just licking Nigel's ears relentlessly. So that is step 3, is on the nutrition side of things. And this is why it's so much better than just a generic diet plan or, anything you might find online that's super generic, because this is meant to help you succeed long term. This is meant to help you make it a lifestyle. Learn how to eat in a strategic way, eat the right amounts of foods that are going to help you see the results you want very predictably, but also do it in a more sustainable way. Some of these guys, when they're new in the first few months, they're blown away that they can have some pizza once a month or from time to time, and it's not gonna totally ruin their results. Or they can have this food they like or that food they like, or they learn how to include these things into their life and into their diet while still creating the predictable results that they want, because it's done in a very calculated way, right? When you're eating in a calculated way, you're eating the right amounts of foods, that's how the results become very predictable, all right? So step number 4 is having what I've been calling 5-layer accountability, to make sure that nothing slips through the cracks, to make sure that you're showing up and being as consistent as you can, and to make sure that you're building momentum month after month. So what I mean by 5-layer accountability, this is what I mean. So there is one-to-one accountability between me and you, right? I'll be checking in with you. I'll be maybe shooting you a text. You can reach out to me anytime you need. So it's one-to-one accountability between me and you. So that's one layer. The second layer of accountability is social accountability, which is like incredibly powerful. And what I mean by social accountability is the private accountability group that I have with my clients in the Modern Man program. So there's a group of other other guys who are in this group who are also clients of mine in the Modern Man program who are also working on their goals. They want to be better. They want to get in better shape. They're people who really are serious about their fitness and their health, just like you, right? And we do challenges in that group. We do giveaways, and we communicate daily. I have a daily accountability post that I do in that group every single day that it's really powerful to see, oh gosh, there's other guys just like me who are my age, maybe older, who also work full time, also have a family, and they're doing all their workouts and they're tracking their food and they're doing all these things. So why can't I do it, right? It makes it real when you see firsthand, oh man, there's other guys out there with just as many obstacles as I have in my life, and they're crushing it. Right? That is like, it forces you to take ownership. It forces you to eliminate excuses, because all these other guys, these other 40 guys, they're not making excuses. Like, they're actually showing up, they're doing their workouts, they're tracking their food, they are making progress, right? This guy lost 10 pounds last month. This guy lost 7 pounds last month. This guy's been building muscle all throughout the year. He looks way better than he did at the start of the year, despite turning 50 years old, right? So it makes it real that you see there's other normal guys out there just like you at your age who are doing it. And it makes you take ownership for just following through on your program. So that social accountability is super helpful, and it's super powerful as well. So that's the second layer of accountability. The third layer of accountability is having our weekly check-in over email. So every week you do a check-in for me where you tell me how the week went, how it went with nutrition, how it went with training. Is there anything you have questions about? Is there anything you need help with? And it sends your check-in over to me, and I reply to your check-in with a voice message. So that's another layer of accountability. That's another touch point in the week where you need to sort of report back to me. And it's really, really helpful. The fourth layer of accountability is doing possibly a coaching call with me, whether it's every week, whether it's once a month, whatever you need is, just another layer of accountability, another touch point. There's some guys who want to do more coaching calls with me. There's some guys who literally feel like they don't need it, right? They almost never do a coaching call with me because they're crushing it and they don't need it. So it's all based on you and what you need, but that is a fourth layer of accountability. And the fifth layer of accountability is having our daily, Nigel, come here. They got their squeaking toy, of course, while I'm trying to do the video, so I'm going to take that. The fifth layer of accountability, this is harder than I thought it was going to be, is their daily tracking sheet, where they tell me exactly what their weight was each day. They tell me exactly what their food was, what they ate, or what their macros were. They tell me how many steps they got in each day. So this is a really powerful piece of accountability, because when there's a second set of eyes on everything you're doing and everything you're eating, you're going to eat better naturally, right? You're not going to want to put in your daily tracker that you went to Burger King 3 days in a row, right? Just the fact that I'm going to see that is going to cancel the idea of you going to Burger King 3 days in a row. It's going to naturally make you want to eat something a little bit better, a little bit healthier, because you want to be proud of what you're showing me. You're not going to want me to see, I went to Burger King 3 days in a row. So having a second set of eyes on everything you're doing is way better. And that's why it leads to way better results than someone just self-coaching themselves, right? Whether you realize it or not right now, it's a huge difference. And that's why I still work with my coach, Justin, as well, for that accountability. And because I know myself, having to report back to someone what I'm doing, I just do way better at it. Even if I know what to do, even if I know what macros to follow, even if I know what workouts to do, I'm way better at following through on it and being consistent with it if I have to send that information to someone else. And what I've learned as a coach is that 99% of people are the same exact way. Those are the 5 layers of accountability. And what I've learned is that most coaches, most programs have one piece of accountability, right? They have a check-in, or they have their coach that's their one part of accountability, or there's 1 or 2 of these things. But having all these layers, it's like a spider web of accountability that very rarely does anything ever slip through the cracks, right? One of these pieces of accountability is going to work for every single person. one of them may not be super effective for one individual because maybe they don't like being social. They don't want to be a part of the community or the private group. So that social accountability maybe isn't super effective for them. But one of the other 4 parts and one of the other 4 layers of accountability will work really well. So, and what I found is most people, multiple of them are really effective. It's, multiple of these 5 layers is effective for them and really helps keep them consistent. All right. So I hope that's helpful. Step number 5 in this 5-step process is basically setting you up for future success, okay? Helping you gain knowledge and skill sets that will serve you for life. Even if you don't end up working with me for life, I'm confident in saying that what you'll learn on the nutrition side of things, eating in a strategic way, guiding you through making this more of a lifestyle rather than a diet that you're blindly following or a meal plan that you're blindly following, teaching you how to eat in a way that's more of a lifestyle to still predictably create the results that you want to see is setting you up for future success, teaching you how to eat in this way so that you can continue doing it. Same with the training, learning skill sets, learning about food, learning about training and strength training. This is stuff that's going to serve you for life 10 years down the road. So that's a big part of what I do, is not giving you something that I think is temporary, but helping you learn why we're training a certain way, why we're eating this much food, why we're changing our macros for this week, why we're adding in a refeed day to help moderate hunger, why we are, eating less or more on these particular days. So it's almost like you took a course in how to build a better physique and how to, live a healthier life. So that's my 5-step process. All 5 parts are super important. And again, I've been doing this process with clients for years now. It's worked incredibly well. I hope you found this helpful. Like I said, you can compare this to your current process of what you're doing to reach your goals or lose some body fat right now or improve your body. You can compare it to maybe your coaches or, maybe you're following something else, some routine or some diet. You can see what parts might be missing and what parts you might need to add in. But again, thank you for watching. Hope you found this helpful. Sorry for all the interruptions with the dogs, and I will see you on the next video.